Alright, so hello everyone. So I've just been recently made aware of this recent video made by David Ramm. It's not a channel I've really watched much of. Anyway, the title of this video and in the description is quite interested me. As you may already know, you might have seen my very recent video saying that I'm taking a step back from now animal rights because of vegan toxicity, and sometimes I think, what's the point? Anyway, so in the description, we say vegan restaurants are closing, plant-based brands are struggling, anti-vegan influencers are dominating online. Is this the end of veganism as we know it? Well, I have some comments to make on probably some of these, but we will talk about them as we go along with the video. So anyway, so it's 8 minutes long, so it's good, it's not too long. So let's see what David Ramm has to say about this, and I'll be making my comments as we go along. So this is a blind watch. I've not watched it yet. I've just come home from college. Anyway, let's get on with it. Yeah.
Vegan restaurants are closing, plant-based brands are struggling, anti-vegan influencers are dominating online. Is this the end of veganism? What's really happening behind the scenes might just change how you see the future of veganism. As we step into 2025, the narrative seems split. On the one hand, people are more aware than ever about how their actions impact animals. But on the other hand, we're seeing signs of trouble. Vegan restaurants are closing their doors, people are pulling guns on activists. Even the dairy industry scored a big win in 2024, banning the international plant milk brand Oatly from being able to call its products milk.
Yeah, I heard about something like that. That's a bit weird. Like, I went into Lidl not long ago to get loads. I saw these vegan sausages things, and they're actually called grill sticks, which was a bit weird. Apparently, the EU recently made a ban on calling things oat milk. I don't know much about the Oatly ban. But it's a bit yeah. But I've seen some things saying, "Oh yeah, you can't call it milk." It was a bit weird. Anyway.
Veganism is growing. Why does it feel like everything's falling apart? I'm going to dive into the challenges and the...
But is it growing, really? In some ways it is, but other ways, not so much.
breakthroughs to answer one question. Is veganism disappearing?
No, it's not. It's not disappearing.
Or transforming. And we're going to start by taking a look at the struggles. Hit hard by the rising cost of living and stiff competition from supermarkets and other better known brands putting out cheap.
Yeah, don't support like McDonald's, KFC, Burger King. Absolute evil companies. Not just because of so much animal abuse, but also because they are funding genocide in Gaza. But anyway, that's a subject for another day. But yeah, I've not supported McDonald's for years and years, even before the whole Israel thing, because of animal abuse. You heard of the McLibel and McMurder, things like that. Kentucky Fried Cruelty, Murder King, as we call those companies. They're like the big three to avoid. Other non-vegan places, to an extent, are okay. Well, apart from not Starbucks for other reasons and etc. But anyway.
Per animal-free alternatives, many vegan restaurants and brands closed their doors permanently in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's pretty bad because of the rising costs of rent and that, and not much demand for them, sadly, because a lot of non-vegan places are getting lots of vegan options. I mean, we don't even have a vegan shop anymore, like we used to a few days ago, which is a shame. And yeah.
Post-COVID hangover hasn't helped either. With people eating out far less than they used to, it's making it harder and harder for...
Speaking of which, I need to stop eating out and buying takeaways. It's a lot of money. And I want to try and start doing quite a lot more cooking and stuff. Home cooking, good food again. And I need to save a lot more anyway.
Niche businesses to stay afloat. Vegan products and businesses are largely kept alive by people who aren't vegan. Environmentalists, health-conscious consumers, flexitarians, and people who just fancy trying something different. While this is
Yeah, I've never really understood that term, flexitarian. Is that like when you're mostly plant-based, but you might eat a bit of meat every now and then? Yeah, not sure what to think about that.
Really good thing. Unfortunately, it means a lot of these businesses and brands are relying on people who could drop them when things get tough. And that's what happened when COVID hit. During that time, many people went back to products they found more familiar and ditched the new animal-free alternatives they'd been trying. And then there's the media. During 2024, there were stories like this one claiming that vegans are killing themselves with ultra-processed foods, causing panic and confusion among
Yeah, I don't know too much about these headlines. Eating like just raw like bananas, just bananas and nothing else, or junk food vegan, and it's still not healthy. You can hopefully, if you can, I'm going to try and eat more whole foods. I do tend to eat a mixture of whole foods and maybe a bit of junk, but I should try and increase the whole food stuff. Obviously not completely raw all the time, which is probably isn't good anyway either.
the public. Now, it's never a good idea to pack your diet with high salt, high fat, high sugar processed food, but that doesn't mean that all processed food is bad. Take Huel, for example. It's a completely vegan, all-in-one.
Yeah, I've never had Huel. I've heard of it, but I think it's quite expensive, and I wouldn't know where to get it anyway. I think it's supposed to have like a full meal plan with just Huel, and I don't know how it works though.
Meal drink that is ultra processed but actually contains all of the essential vitamins and minerals that you need with low salt and low sugar. And no, I'm not sponsored by Huel yet. And then there's the dairy industry, them successfully lobbying to stop Oatly from calling its products milk.
Yeah, dairy's evil anyway because of what happens to the cows, but yeah, it's probably more cruel in the meat industry. Plus it's not natural to drink another mammal's milk, etc., etc., but that's another subject.
Wasn't just a legal win, it was a sign that they see animal-free milk alternatives as a genuine threat.
Yeah,
if
true.
vegans and vegan products weren't making an impact, the meat, dairy and egg industries wouldn't be spending millions of dollars on trying to suppress them. But what about the public reaction? I mean, this guy pulled a gun on activists recently.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. I don't know about this. That's not good.
During a protest against foie gras, a product that comes from
I mean, even though I don't like what Tash Peterson does because of how extreme she can be, but putting a gun like that in response, no, not good.
the brutal force feeding and killing of geese.
That's assault! That's assault! That's assault!
Yeah,
That's
is
assault! That's assault! That's assault! That's assault!
Whoa.
That's assault! We will continue to make your life miserable!
Now, it's been pointed out to me that maybe this guy was afraid. That's why he pulled the gun out. Lots of loud.
What do I say? What if the COD guy has nothing particularly against animal activists? He's just an unstable man who was waving a gun around and couldn't handle loud noises. Yeah, I don't know the full story. So anyway, at Crocodile Shark 1528.
Loud noises, lots of commotion. He didn't really know what was going on. Then all I'll say is I'd hate to be around this guy on New Year's Eve. This guy most likely had some personal issues that he's dealing with. The majority of people out
Probably. We don't know.
there don't wish violence on vegans and vegan activists. But some anti-vegan influencers do seem to be getting increasingly popular. So what's that about? I think it's a similar situation to the Oatly situation.
I'm not too familiar with many anti-vegan influencers. There are some commentary channels who are mainly just doing Fat Vegan Teacher and Tash Peterson, but not vegan activists in general.
If veganism wasn't making a difference, people wouldn't be talking about it. And they definitely wouldn't be interested in watching videos about it. The more society adapts to make changes for animals, the more people are going to want to discuss those changes, and not everyone's going to like it. At least, at first, they might not like it. But hopefully, people come round. So is veganism failing, or are all of these things just part of the struggle of a changing society that's becoming more friendly to animals? We can start to answer that by looking at some of the wins for animals in 2024. South Korea banned the dog meat trade after centuries of this cruel practice,
Good.
making a historic moment for animal rights.
That's good. You should do the Bambi Yulin one as well in China, obviously.
Meanwhile, Mexico rewrote its constitution to include animal welfare, and they even added it to school curriculums.
Well, what do you mean by welfare? Welfare is a bit of a weird term. It's not doesn't really say much for animal rights, but anyway.
This bold move will make sure that future generations grow up with compassion for animals. Colombia banned bullfighting, ending a...
That's good as well, yeah. Bullfighting needs to be banned. That's an evil thing anyway. Ban it in Spain and Argentina and wherever else. Spain especially, that's where it's mostly big. Catalonia and all that lot. And the Mexico have the bullfighting, running of the bulls. What's the one where they set the bull rings and set the horns on fire? I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. It's a lot of bull cruelty apparently.
Centuries-old tradition in the country. It seems that some countries are looking into alternatives for bullfighting, one of those being wrangling little people, which is still not
Wrangling little people? What do you mean by that?
great, but at least they agree to do it. At least they're paid.
Okay, yeah. They're just doing it on just humans but instead of bulls, which I'm assuming is consented. Then again, why little people in general? Why not grown adults? Just like wrestling. Wouldn't that be more better?
And at least they don't get killed afterwards. So that's...
Yeah, okay. But do we still get hurt?
progress. Over in Europe, Romanian lawmakers voted to phase out fur farming by 2027.
Excellent. I don't know about that, but that's excellent. Fur farming, and that's evil as well. And fur trade, death trade, and yeah.
Targeting the industries that abuse and kill chinchillas and minks. In Australia, the parliament passed a law to ban the export of live sheep by 2028.
That's good as well. Live export is another evil thing, where I think you transport agricultural animals to other countries, which isn't good.
The UK did something similar, bringing in a...
Speaking of which, I think that's what Jill Phipps was campaigning against in Paddington Airport when she got killed, but that was against live exports.
Ban on the export of animals for slaughter. These acts are aiming to eliminate the suffering and distress caused by putting animals in these trucks and sending them on days-long trips to other countries.
Yeah, and that's not good at all. Days-long or any length, but yeah, especially days-long.
That's a big win for animal welfare, and it seems like more countries may be following suit. New York banned wildlife killing contests.
Oh, good. Wildlife killing contests. I've not heard of that before. Yeah, but yeah. Like trophy hunting and just wildlife killing in general. As far as wildlife is concerned, they should just be left alone. That's what I consider to be animal rights. Just basic right to be left alone. That's nothing more really.
Washington became the first state to ban octopus farming.
Oh, yeah, that's good as well. No, not heard about that, but octopus farming that's disgusting anyway, and lobster farming and
Politicians like Tulsi Gabbard, who is a vegan, and
I can't. Yeah, I don't know if she's vegan, but yeah, she's a horrible person in general. Because she's like a far right MAGA cultist. So I'm not even going to comment more on her.
Vivek Ramaswamy, who is a vegetarian.
Yeah, he's another MAGA person.
Are challenging the status quo by choosing to eat animal-free and meat-free diet.
Yeah, they might be vegetarian and vegan, but both Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek Ramas, whatever his name is, they're both MAGA pricks. And Cory Booker is a vegan, I think, but he's a Democrat. And there's Nick Adams, the NYC mayor, overheard that he might not actually be vegan. Yeah, but Tulsi and Vivek, they're MAGA pricks. They don't support them. The fact that they may be vegan is irrelevant.
For ethical reasons. Just a few months ago.
Ethical reasons. Ethical. MAGA isn't ethical. Animal cruelty will eventually become a genuine concern for conservatives. It's already happening. Count me in. Bullshit. Just like I said before, a lot of the vegan movement being taken over by the right wing. we're not going to go into that in this video. Let's just carry on.
Vivek even tweeted out calling for conservatives to make animal cruelty an important issue for their politics. The corporate world is also adapting. The fast food giant McDonald's is now using 100% cage-free eggs in
Yeah, like I said, McDonald's is scum.
all of its locations across the USA. Now, with caged-free and caged chickens, obviously cage-free is better, but it's sort of like someone offering you a massage or a beating before they abuse you and kill you. Taking a massage is obviously better than taking a beating, but you're still going to get abused and killed. All of these chickens, caged or not, will be abused and killed. But the fact that multi-billion-dollar companies are making decisions with animals in mind is something. Even traditional dairy companies like Bell Group, which produce
I've not heard of that. Bell, for all of good, never heard of that. That probably an American brand or something.
the Baby Bell cheeses, have been looking
Oh
into
yeah, the vegan, yeah, they're good. They are the plant-based Baby Bell. I've not had them recently, but they are quite nice. You have, I think it's like 6 Baby Bell six of them in a packet.
to animal-free fermented cheese alternatives and investing in it. And
Also, those Baby Bell is Bell part of Bell, is it? I thought it was just Baby Bell.
the globally renowned chocolate spread Nutella also
I've not had that for a long time, Nutella. Chocolate spread, I used to have it years ago, which was quite nice at the time.
released a plant-based animal-free version of their chocolate spread in 2024. These shifts show that animal-friendly alternatives are no longer just a niche market, and actually they're breaking the mainstream.
Ferrero, is that like Ferrero Rocher? I think I might have forgotten the part of Nutella.
Also in fashion, we're seeing massive changes. Brands like Victoria's Secret have replaced real feathers with synthetic animal-free feathers for their shows. And the London Fashion Week banned exotic animal skins. The mainstream is finally starting to catch on with what vegans have been saying for years, that animal abuse isn't fashionable. And
Right, that's not. It's not fashion, it's violence.
in the midst of these huge anti-vegan influencers that seem to be gaining more and more popularity every day, we have massive vegan influencers online, such as Humane Vision and Lifting Vegan Logic, both of which are reaching tens of millions of people
I've never watched any of those channels.
regularly with pro-vegan, pro-animal content. This proves that there is still a massive audience for animal advocacy and that more people than ever are interested in veganism and animal rights. And while it's true that vegan restaurants and brands may be struggling, the supermarket shelves are still packed to the brim with incredible animal-free alternatives.
Still need more because some of like my local Aldi and Lidl, which is about 5-minute walk from me, they only have like a small shelf of vegan stuff, like for frozen stuff. I think another Aldi a bit further out might have more stuff, but yeah, most supermarkets in general have got good selection of vegan stuff.
When you put all this together, the message is pretty clear. The principles behind veganism, justice for animals, compassion, and animal rights are winning in ways that are reshaping our world. Governments, industries, and culture are beginning to align with these values. Veganism isn't dying, it's shifting and evolving. And while
In some ways, yes. But in what way?
that shift will always come with challenges, it also comes with progress. The question is, will you be part of this change? Switching to an
I already am part of the change. Vegan at least, but yeah.
animal-free diet is the most powerful decision you can make to make the world a better place for animals. You can find out more information on how to do that down in the pinned comment. And if you're a vegan, go into
The pinned comment. Hold on. Need help to switch to an animal-free diet. Challenge 22. Yeah, okay. Is that it? Yeah, okay.
2025 with hope for the future. 2025 is a year to double our efforts and fight to make a change for animals. Together, we can and we are making a difference. And if you want to help me with my vegan and animal rights work, check out
It's not too bad, the video. Apart from the Tulsi Gabbard and Vivek Ramaswamy mention, who aren't good people at all. Most of the rest of the video is quite good. Interesting. But yeah, like I said in my last video, I'm taking a step back from most animal rights because of a lot of the way it's going in terms of toxicity and certain people online, which I've already mentioned earlier. But yeah, just do what you can and just, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so overall not a bad video. Hopefully we can get more vegan restaurants again. Just replace the ones that are closing and whatever. Anyway, there you go.